Suburban showdown. A neighbor's war over our driveway. It started with a single sentence, sharp and venomous, slicing through the calm of a Saturday morning. "You folks always seem to weasel your way into places you don't belong," she hissed, her voice low and smug, as if sharing a dirty secret over the rose bushes. I was trimming the lawn, the scent of fresh grass filling the air of our quiet suburban cul-de-sac in Maplewood, New Jersey. My wife, Dr. Angela Harper, a black neurosurgeon, and I, Michael Reed, a cybersecurity consultant, had bought our dream home here, a charming two-story colonial after years of grinding work. We'd earned every square foot. But to our new neighbor, Mrs. Evelyn Thornton, a retired real estate agent with a perm as stiff as her worldview, we were intruders. I let the comment slide, chalking it up to an old woman's ignorance. That was my first mistake. My second was underestimating Evelyn's audacity-o weaponized entitlement that saw our home as her domain. What followed was a war over our driveway, a saga of racism, revenge, and a legal battle that nearly broke us. This is the story of how we fought back, won, and paid a price we'll never forget. The spark, a driveway standoff. The real trouble began on a muggy Tuesday evening. Angela, exhausted from a 14-hour shift saving lives, pulled up to our house in her blue sedan, ready to park in our two-car garage. Instead, she found Evelyn's white Cadillac Escalade parked diagonally across our driveway, blocking it entirely. Not a careless inch over the linear, deliberate barricade. Angela honked lightly. No response. She stepped out, her scrubs wrinkled, and approached Evelyn's house. Before she reached the porch, Evelyn stormed out, arms flailing, her face a mask of righteous fury. "I need shade for my car," Evelyn shrieked. "The sun's ruining my leather seats." "You can wait." Angela, calm but firm, replied, "This is my driveway. Move your car." Evelyn's response was chilling. "I see strangers sneaking around this garage all the time. I'm calling the cops to report a break-in." She yanked out her phone, dialing 911 with theatrical venom. I rushed outside, my phone discreetly recording audio, just as sirens wailed in the distance. Two officers, a grizzled veteran, Officer Malone, and a younger, sharp-eyed Officer Ruiz. Evelyn launched into a performance, pointing at Angela. "This woman was trying to break into that garage. I don't know her." She got aggressive. The lies were so bold, I nearly laughed. Angela, unflinching, explained, "This is my home. That's my husband. That's our garage. Her car is blocking me." I showed my ID, confirming we'd owned the house for 5 years. Evelyn, desperate, whined, "But I need the shade. My car's worth more than hers." Officer Ruiz, barely hiding his disbelief, ordered her to move the Cadillac or face a tow and a citation. With a venomous glare, Evelyn complied, screeching her tires as she backed into her driveway. The officers stayed until Angela parked safely. Malone tipped his hat. "Get a camera. Solves a lot of problems." As they left, Angela whispered, "A camera's a start, but this isn't over." I nodded. Evelyn had declared war. We'd fight back smarter. The plan, a technological counterstrike. That night, Angela's exhaustion cracked, revealing raw pain. "I'm tired, Michael," she said, her voice trembling. "Tired of proving I belong. Tired of being a threat just for existing." Her words fueled my rage, but I channeled it into a plan. Evelyn's obsession with our driveway, its shade, its space, was her weakness. I'd use it against her, not with shouts, but with precision. I spent days building a fortress of technology. I installed 4K motion-activated cameras covering every angle of our property, feeding into a secure server in our basement. Next, I rigged a smart sprinkler system with a targeted head nicknamed the Enforcer, set to drench anyone lingering too long near our driveway. I even researched high-frequency speakers to emit an annoying hum aimed at Evelyn's porch, subtle enough to deny. Finally, I studied our HOA bylaws, memorizing every rule to ensure we were untouchable while watching for Evelyn's violations. The first test came a week later. Evelyn, arguing loudly on her phone, drifted into our driveway's shade. My app counted down. 10 seconds, 12, 15. Wham! The Enforcer unleashed a jet of water, soaking her silk blouse. She screamed, dropping her phone, spinning in confusion as the sprinkler retracted. Angela, watching from the kitchen, grinned. The lawn's looking mighty hydrated. I stifled a laugh. It was perfect. Evelyn retaliated with an HOA complaint, claiming our erratic sprinklers were a hazard and our cameras harassed her. I fired back with the sprinkler manual, a video of a dry sidewalk disproving her claims, and HOA rules permitting security cameras. The HOA dismissed her complaint. Round 1, ours. The discovery, a criminal unmasked. Victory was short-lived. Reviewing camera footage one evening, I noticed a pattern. Every few days, after the mail truck passed, Evelyn strolled the cul-de-sac, pausing at our neighbors' mailboxes, the Wilsons and the Chavezes. With a practiced flick, she'd snatch envelopes, slipping them into her tote bag. She never touched our mailbox, but this was no mistake. Evelyn was stealing Mila federal crime. I shared the footage with Mr. Wilson, a retired postal clerk. His face hardened. My pension check was late last month. The Chavezes lost a birthday card with cash. We thought it was the carrier. Furious, he joined my cause. We devised a trap, a bait package in the Chavezes' mailbox, containing a GPS tracker and a glitter bomb, ultrafine purple glitter mixed with UV dye, set to explode when opened. The Chavezes agreed, eager for justice. On a Thursday, Mr. Wilson placed the package. I monitored my screens. Cameras, GPS, and police contacts were ready. At 3:45 p.m., Evelyn struck, grabbing the bait and slipping it into her bag. The GPS moved to her house. I waited, heart pounding, picturing her opening the envelope. Then, her husband, Harold Thornton, rang our doorbell, frantic. "Evelyn's not well," he pleaded. "She thinks mail's a gift. Please, don't call anyone. I'll pay for it." His excuses, mental illness, confusion, were a weak defense. "It's too late," I said, shutting the door. I called the Postal Inspection Service and local police. Within minutes, 2 vehicles arrived, a cruiser with officers Malone and Ruiz, and a black sedan with federal inspectors. Mr. Wilson led them to Evelyn's door. Harold answered, ashen. After a tense exchange, they entered. 10 minutes later, Evelyn emerged in handcuffs, her blouse shimmering with purple glitter. She was a walking confession. The inspectors carried bags of stolen mail, catalogs, letters, bills, proof of years of theft. As they drove her away, her glare met mine, pure hatred. The neighborhood watched, vindicated but silent. The backlash, a legal onslaught. Evelyn faced federal charges, multiple counts of mail theft, hefty fines, 3 years probation, and a permanent restraining order. The Thorntons became pariahs, their house for sale within weeks. We thought we'd won. Then, a month later, a knock shattered our peace. A man in a tailored suit stood on our porch, Victor Langston, attorney for the Thorntons. "We're suing you," he said, "for stalking, harassment, emotional distress, and entrapment." Their claim, Evelyn, a confused elderly woman, was victimized by our malicious tech campaign. Our cameras were surveillance tools, the sprinkler an assault, the glitter bomb a booby trap. The lawsuit was Harold's revenge. A retired hedge fund manager, he wielded wealth like a sledgehammer. Their legal team buried us in subpoenas, demanding emails, texts, even Angela's hospital records to paint her as unstable. Our lawyer, Ms. Patel, was brilliant but costly. The $80,000 retainer drained our savings. Depositions were brutal. Langston twisted my tech skills into a sinister plot, goading Angela to seem angry. She didn't break, answering with surgical precision. The battle hinged on our camera footage. Langston fought to suppress it, claiming illegal surveillance. Ms. Patel argued it was legal, capturing public crimes. After months, the judge in a nonsense woman ruled the videos admissible. One clip, showing Evelyn stealing on a clear afternoon, destroyed their narrative. Within days, Langston offered a deal. They'd drop the suit if we signed an NDA and waived legal fees. Exhausted, we agreed. Evelyn's plea deal followed no prison, but her conviction stood. The Thorntons moved out overnight. Their house was sold to a friendly young couple. The aftermath, a hard-won peace. We won, but the cost was staggering. Legal fees gutted our savings. The stress aged us, though it strengthened our bond. Sitting in our garage one evening, beers in hand, Angela parked her car in the spot that sparked it all. "The world's priciest parking space," she joked. I laughed, free at last. The shade Evelyn coveted was ours, a quiet triumph. This wasn't just about a driveway. It was about our right to exist, unapologetically, in a space we'd earned. We bore scars financial, emotional, but we'd proven we belonged to ourselves above all. What do you think? Was our high-tech revenge justified, or did we go too far? How would you handle such blatant injustice and aggression in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's spark a real conversation about confronting bullying and bias. Your perspective matters.